What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be pretty fun, I think.
It's a Q&A.
Yeah, it's a Q&A with my brother right here. His name is Ronald.
Hello.
And the Q&A is about juicing for beginners. You guys left a lot of questions in my Instagram. What was it, like a few days ago when I asked you guys if you guys have any questions if you're a beginner. And a lot of you left questions. So we're going to be answering a lot of those questions. And I thought, who better to help me answer all these questions than my brother? Because he's the one who got me into juicing. He got my family into juicing. All of our family and friends, we've all been juicing is because of him. And he's been juicing for how many years now, Ronald? How many years have you been juicing?
I think like a little bit longer than 15 years.
Yeah. When he first started juicing, we were all like weirded out. We were like, what's this guy doing?
Yeah.
It's like,
I didn't even know what I was doing.
yeah, he didn't know what he was doing.
I just saw a commercial on TV and I was like, this guy says that if you juice, it'll extend your life. I'm like, I want to extend my life.
Yeah.
So he convinced me.
With
And I
an
bought a juicer.
infomercial, man.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah, he's been juicing for a long time now. I think you could easily say that juicing has helped you stay healthy, stay young, stay energetic. What do you think?
I like to think so.
Right?
I mean, juicing has so many benefits. I had acne, rhinitis. I was a little bit overweight.
He was overweight. I remember.
Just a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm 5'11" and a half. Because if I say I'm 6 foot, he's going to shut me down like immediately.
Yeah, I don't think that you can't even fit that half in there, man. You're 5'11".
All right, I'm 5'11" and a half. All right, let's keep it at that. And I made it to 199 pounds. And as soon as I made it to 199, I was like, I'm not going to 200. So I don't know. I guess God or whatever, just do that infomercial. And then all of a sudden, I spent my night all the way like until 3, 4 in the morning, like searching like juicers. And I got one.
Yeah, and it still works.
It still works.
Our parents have it back home.
Yeah.
Back in Maryland. So we have a list of questions. We're gonna start answering these questions.
Awesome.
And I think they're really good.
Okay.
Especially even if you're not a beginner.
Give me good questions, Brian.
All right. Even if you're not a beginner, I think you might find some of these questions very informative. So what are the benefits of juicing vegetables? Now, a lot of us already know that juicing vegetables will help us absorb the vitamins and minerals a lot easier since we won't have to worry about digesting so much fiber.
And a lot of people have already have digestive problems.
Yes.
So it's like you're taking away one aspect that people usually have issues with.
Yeah. So other than that reason, what do you think? What's another reason why they're gonna have benefits?
Well, for many people, it's like taking a multivitamin or like a supplement in like a liquid form. And then speaking of the liquid, it's like water. But usually the water that you drink, it doesn't come with electrolytes, so it's really hard to absorb, and you're just like peeing out. And usually when people just drink regular water, you're actually leaching minerals from your body. So
yeah.
So drinking vegetable juice is actually like drinking water that you're actually gonna hydrate with.
Structured water.
Yeah.
Right? Or no?
I mean, some people are gonna say, it doesn't exist. It's never been it's something that hasn't been scientifically proven. And it's like whatever. Just call it water that you're actually able to absorb because it has potassium, chloride, magnesium, sodium, depending on what ingredients you use. So you'll be able to absorb that
and
water
a lot
that
of
keeps
these
you
different
hydrated.
juices also help for a lot of different types of health conditions. And they're also really good as preventative measures if you're like prone to getting some type of health condition or health disease or whatever you want to call it in the future.
That's
right?
like where most of like the studies have come around, like what vitamins and minerals, which a lot of foods, it's just not vegetables and vegetable juice that have it, but there's a lot of phytochemicals and phytonutrients that have proven that help with your cardiovascular system. It can help with your kidneys, your liver, this and that. So it's like, it's something that's good for you. But you won't know until you actually try it.
Yeah.
So I always try to convince people. Well, not convince them, but I try to show them like the way, or like lead by example. I guess.
One thing I think a lot of people worry about when it comes to juicing, they worry about not having fiber. What do you think about that?
Well, it's not like the only thing you're gonna drink or eat throughout the day is that juice that you have like either in the morning or midday. I don't know when you guys prepare your vegetable juice. But the rest of the day, if you really think about it, you're eating other foods, so you're going to get your fiber from there.
Yeah, if you're following a proper diet, I think you probably will end up getting what you need
Yeah.
fiber, right?
And then another question comes in, Brian.
What?
It's like, oh, we should be blending. Yeah, you can blend it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no right or wrong.
No, you need
blending,
both.
Yeah, smoothies, juices, they all have like their benefits.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you do need fiber.
Yeah.
No matter how many people tell you that you don't need fiber, you need fiber because it's very important for your gut flora.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so your microbiome is dictated by the type of fiber and foods that you eat. So if you really want to keep a big percentage of your immune system strong, you got to have fiber. And the best fiber is the one that comes from fruits and vegetables.
Definitely.
But then it's like, there's probably people who are like, oh, keto this, or
yeah,
what was that other one? Carnivore diet, you don't need it. I don't know. You guys do whatever you guys want to do. I know what works for me and thousands of people that I've helped. So it's just, you just got to like investigate a little bit and you'll find answers
and
to what you're looking for.
One thing you guys have to know is juices aren't meant to replace meals. They're not meal replacements. They might keep you full for maybe like an hour or two, but after that, you're going to get hungry.
Depends on the quantity that you make, though.
Okay.
Like if you make,
I'm talking about like what I drink. Like usually I'll drink like 16 to 18 ounces.
Yeah,
when I make my juice,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be hungry after that.
If you have
an hour or two.
if you have like a good like liter and a half,
yeah,
it's a lot of juice. And depending on what ingredients you use, and it's gonna depend on the amount of sugar it has. Then, it might replace a meal.
Another thing that could come into effect is like during what time of the year are you drinking it? Is it during the summer, during the winter? Because during the summer, I mean, believe it or not, you actually get nourished from the sun, from vitamin D. Sometimes you don't even have to eat that much during the summer.
Well, yeah,
right? Or is that like a whole other topic? That's
another topic. But what Brian's trying to say is that vitamin D is required for insulin sensitivity. So imagine if you're not sensitive in insulin, usually your body has a hard trouble trying to get the glucose inside the cell. So then people can have like low sugar or high sugar, either or, and just from lacking vitamin D. But the more vitamin D you have, the better utilization of the foods that you're eating is gonna like work even better in your body. You see, so that doesn't pertain to what we're talking about juicing, though.
No, but I just thought I should bring it up.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, next question: what veggies should you use if you're a beginner?
Well, I would start off with something that's not so bitter. And your degree of bitterness is going to be dependent on what type of foods you've eaten in the past. And if we're going by the standard American diet, where they say that people only eat like bread, potatoes, I don't know. And what do people eat nowadays? And what is the standard American diet?
The food pyramid?
Well, I mean, yeah, like cheese, milk. Well, if you usually think about it, not many people eat foods that are bitter. So even a cucumber might be bitter for someone.
So it just depends on the person's taste buds, right?
Yeah, on your taste buds. But like he showed in his last video, if you guys saw it, just try to make it sweet or palatable.
Yeah.
To the point where you can drink it. Yeah. And then you should be fine.
Don't forget to go check out that video if you haven't seen it already. But
yeah.
Watch it after this one.
But if anything, it would be like probably like cucumbers, probably like butter lettuce, romaine lettuce. Those are pretty. Carrots could be jicama. It's another great one. For your bases. So you just need to find out and see like what vegetables are palatable for you, and then slowly like sweeten them up. And then eventually the sweetness, like it'll be just overpowering and you'll start like reducing it.
One thing I've noticed, like usually your base, if you guys saw my previous video, most of those vegetables that are going to be your base are the easiest ones you can find in the supermarket.
Yeah.
Right? Those are always like the ones that you find. And then later on, if you get a little bit more advanced, you can start including herbs and then like a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, you go from your base to your sweeteners, to your roots, your rhizomes, and then your tonic herbs, and then things that are more pungent, and then you can combine it with oils that will help you have a longer effect of the juice in the body.
Yeah.
You absorb a little bit better of some of the phytochemicals that are in the juices, maybe bioflavonoids. I don't know. There's a lot of things that require fat.
But if you're just a beginner, I will stick to like the base and the sweetener, like I showed in the video.
Yeah, that's all you need, really. And with time, you'll get a little bit like more creative, and you'll start using like arugula and watercress, stuff like that.
Arugula. It's so disgusting.
Well, it's not that bad, to tell you the truth.
You know, it's one thing I don't like when I put them in my juices is turmeric. It's like the worst. It makes the machine like so messy.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have a white counter.
Oh my god.
And sometimes like I'll spill turmeric juice on my counter, and trying to get that thing out, it's so difficult. I use a magic eraser, or what's it called? The magic eraser.
The Mr. Clean guy.
Mr. Clean, the bald guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I use that thing to help me get rid of those things.
But it's like.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough.
All right. So next question: what kind of juicer should you buy?
If you're a beginner, just get any juicer that you'll think. Just get any juicer, really. I would just get like one that's probably like in the price range of 100 to 150. I don't think that's too much.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a really good juicer starting like at 120, and some other ones will range up to like $7.95.
Yeah.
You know, that's like one of the ones that we have.
But just get a juicer that you'll think you'll be able to use at least 4 to 5 times a week.
Yes.
And then if you want to go from there, then you invest in one that's like in the $300 to $450 range. But for beginners, just pick something that you might think you'll like. Because what happens if you don't like juicing? What happens if you're more of a blender type of guy?
If you're not, I would say if you're new, if you don't know if you like juices or not, and if you're willing to do it, go to a juice shop. Go buy some juice.
Yeah.
And like try out some other juices.
Oh, that's a great tip. And ask them.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Brian. Can you make me a juice that's like for a beginner? It's my first time. Maybe you probably know like what juice or what combination would be perfect for me. Like something like that.
Yeah, try that out. And if there's something that you like and you notice that you're starting to feel better or feeling a little bit healthier and more energetic, maybe that's something that, maybe just like by doing that, you'll probably decide to invest into a juicer.
Maybe you'll like just buying the juice. Yeah. Maybe you won't like making it as much because then you have to wash the machine and that type of stuff.
But then like, this is a whole other topic. This isn't one of the questions that I have right here. I guess we might as well just hop into it right now. So like, why buy a juicer when you can just go buy it at a juice shop, right? Well, I've noticed that the juice shops that I've been to, it's very rare where you'll find all the ingredients that they're using to be organic.
Okay, that's one.
Sometimes like the only organic ingredient that they have, they'll put a little asterisk sign right there saying that it's organic.
And it's usually lemon.
Yeah, it's usually lemon. Mm-hmm. It's always lemon the majority of the time.
Yeah.
So, and then...
Well, I've run through the numbers for juice shops.
Yeah.
And it's not very profitable if they go organic.
Yeah.
Since that increases the price by almost like 300%, and depending on the ingredient and the season, it might even be more. Mm-hmm. Like for example, pineapples. And then it's like it's not profitable. So one reason why you might want to juice at home is because the amount of money that you spend on buying a juice at a juice shop, you can invest that in organic produce. And instead of getting just regular nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, you'll get other minerals and you'll be more satiated. Because nowadays, most of the people have like anxiety or are not satiated enough is due to a mineral like imbalance. So juicing vegetables, which usually have these really long roots, attract or absorb more of the minerals from the ground, and you'll be able to maybe fill like little holes like in your body. That's like, what happens if your body needs magnesium? Well, and you're not satiated because you're not getting enough magnesium, then that's why one of the reasons why you want to buy organic, because you have a better probability of getting those minerals than in just regular produce.
Yeah.
Although someone will probably say like, oh, did you know that organic isn't organic? So I don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes, sometimes the stuff that's non-organic sometimes is better than the organic, because we've been to farms.
Yes.
We've been to farms, and sometimes they sell the produce that they grow in their own farms. And they don't have the organic certification. Yeah. But sometimes you look at those vegetables.
And it's because it's too much cost for the farm.
Yeah.
It's like it's very costly for them. So.
And sometimes you look at those vegetables and I'm like, wow, that looks delicious.
And
even
flavor.
If it's not organic. Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes we'll go with the non-organic when, it just depends.
You can sense it. Yeah. Like once you start like touching produce, I don't know if this is real, but I can kind of like feel, you can kind of feel the energy. Yeah. We're going kind of hippie.
But most of the times, like when you go to to farms and stuff like that, supermarket, sometimes it's tough to find actually stuff that's better than the organic.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just depends. Sometimes they have like locally grown.
Oh yeah.
So
that's
those
true. That's
those
true.
are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
You'll know from going frequently to the supermarket. You'll know where something is fresh and when something is not.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the rib on celery. If it's like you're getting it, it's not even firm. And it's like, oh, it's probably picked like a week or two ago.
Yeah. Or sometimes it's like really, really dirty. I'm like, I don't know about that. One time I bought some
Well,
celery.
that's the way it is, though.
No, but one time I bought celery. I'm like, all right, I bought celery that's like dirty sometimes, but this one was like, it was pretty dirty, and I was like, I wanted some celery, and they didn't have any other celery, you know?
Yeah.
So I bought some, and it was like the worst thing that I ever did, man, because like I saw a little bug starting to come out of it.
Oh, I mean, that's the way. I mean, you're gonna find bugs there, Brian.
I've had so much celery in the past.
Yeah.
That was the first time.
That's the first time.
That's the first time that I ever saw like little bugs.
So it's normal to see little critters sometimes on your veggies.
Yeah, just clean them.
The more you buy, the higher the probability that you're gonna find something.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go back to the juicers. What
Okay.
kind of juicer you should buy? Because sometimes the juicer you should get also depends on how much time you have available.
Right.
Because sometimes a lot of people are extremely busy, and some of these machines take a long time to make a juice compared to the other one.
I would just buy like a Breville, like a cheap Breville.
Yeah, a cheap Breville, easy to make a juice, quick and fast.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people aren't gonna like it because the whole thing about like those fast juicers oxidizing.
Yeah, it
juices
oxidizes the juice a lot faster, and it's not really good for leafy greens. So like you're gonna see like, oh, I put spinach in there, but it spits it out.
Yeah, and if you want to make juices later on in the future and you want to add herbs and stuff, it's not gonna juice it that well.
Yeah, you might want to get like one of those vertical auger juicers or one of those like the ones from the Green Star.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're thinking about saving time, I would say buy like a fast juicer.
Mm-hmm.
It's the easiest way, fastest ones to clean. You're probably gonna end up spending how long do you think? Maybe
5 to 7 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes to make a juice.
No, to clean it.
To clean it, all right. 5 to 7 minutes to clean it, and then to make a juice, it's like instantaneous.
Yeah, you just put it in there.
What
and
takes
it'll
long
take you like
is
a minute.
cleaning your vegetables, which is that's one of the questions.
What, like prepping?
All right. Best way to juice with minimal effort.
Best way to juice with minimal effort. Yeah, you want to have everything already washed.
Yeah, you want to have everything pre-washed.
Pre-washed.
Yeah, if I were you, if you were gonna like juice vegetables like for the whole week, just clean everything right off the bat. Store it in your fridge. Obviously, you want to leave it in your fridge, and then all you have to do the next day is just put it in the machine, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And then you clean the machine.
And then clean the machine immediately as soon as you're done. As soon as you're done, like making the juice, don't even drink your juice. Just go and wash the machine, and it'll be easier to rinse off.
Yes, because if you leave it, if you don't wash your machine right off the bat, it's gonna get like slimy and like it'll get stuck on there. It'll be a little bit harder
especially
to clean.
like the higher like pigment foods like beet, carrots, and like you said, like turmeric or maybe a ginger or if you put like lemons with the peel, or maybe things like parsley that have like a lot of like more chlorophyll like rich foods. Those tend to stay in the machine.
Yeah. And how long can a juice last in the fridge? Because I know some people, they like to make all their juices like one day and then like they just want to store it so they don't have to think about making juices.
Well, it depends it depends what type of machine you use and how much it oxidizes or heats up the juice as it's making it. So if you use like a cold pressed juicer, and then you store it and you add a little bit of lemon juice because of the vitamin C, that would help like preserve it a little bit more. So what you want to do is like imagine like this is your cup. You want to buy like a cup with like little like lids that you can use. We've been using these from Amazon that are called Epica or Epica.
The bottles that I've been using in my videos.
Yeah.
I got those on Amazon.
Yeah, and they're 18 ounces. You'll find them on there, and they come like with pretty like secure lids.
Yeah.
So you want to fill your juice all the way to the top, and remember, maybe add like a fourth or an eighth of a lemon inside that juice when you're like juicing it, and just seal it. Just make sure it's all the way to the top and seal it, and it might drip a little bit, but then you cleanse it off.
Yeah. The reason why you want to fill it
all in the fridge. Yeah.
The reason why you want to fill it as high as possible is that way oxygen.
Yeah, oxygen. Yeah. Same thing. You cut an apple and it starts oxidizing. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But how long can it last?
I tell people that don't let it go more than 24 hours.
Yeah.
But then there's some people who don't have time and they make juice like for 3 days.
Yeah.
something is better than nothing. Some people make it seem like if you don't do everything at a 100%, that you're not doing anything in your life.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like, listen.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. Something is better than nothing. Believe me, you're still going to get some of the minerals in there. They're still going to be there. Maybe some of the phytochemicals are not going to be there, and some of the antioxidants are going to have oxidized.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the minerals are still there. The amino acids are still going to be there.
Same thing when it comes to using a blender.
Mm-hmm.
A blender, obviously, is not going to be as good as a juicer.
Yeah.
But something is better than nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
And a blender also oxidizes as well.
Yeah.
It's also going to oxidize because you're bringing air inside the little like vortex. So that's why they tell people that you shouldn't like blend it. You should like kind of like pulse it nice and slowly, but that takes a long time. I just blend.
Yeah. Recommendations for a cleanse for a beginner? Someone asked.
Well, instead of like me telling you like, oh, you should start a cleanse with these type of juices, better yet, start eliminating things that you know are bad for your diet. That's the cleanse right there. That's the cleanse. And your body will appreciate it, and it will facilitate your body has like different routes of elimination. It has like these, it can eliminate through your kidneys, through your skin, your liver, every time you exhale, your respiratory system, your colon, every time you go and, poopy. Yeah, just like by cleansing, like for example, let's say you eat like 3 pizzas a week. Well, reduce it to 2. There's your cleanse. Like that.
I mean, I think you don't have to worry too much about doing a juice cleanse.
But that's not what they're asking.
No, they're asking like, they're just trying to
lemon and water.
Lemon and water. Yeah,
just start off like, try to go at least like, as soon as you wake up, try to go at least like 2 hours.
I think this is what they're referring to. Like,
what are they referring to?
I think they're saying like, what kind of juices should they have if they want to do a cleanse? But the thing is, I don't think if you're a beginner and you're not really experienced with drinking vegetable juice at all, I don't think you want to go straight into doing a cleanse.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, because your body's definitely not used to it.
Yeah.
And the detoxification effect you're going to feel is going to be very dramatic, I think.
Okay, now first, a lot of people don't believe in this whole thing about detoxification. People don't believe in this like whole like term. They say that it doesn't matter what you put into your body still detoxifies every single day. And it's true. Yeah. It's true. I mean, there's nothing wrong in that statement. But to say that not drinking a juice that has more vitamins and minerals, or maybe will give you a little bit of more sulfur in your body, won't help you conjugate many of the toxins that exist in your body or have been penetrated in our body due to our habits or our environment, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's a real thing. So just just do the best you can. Yeah. Don't start off with the cleanse immediately, because what happens?
Just start off with a juice.
Yeah, start off with a juice.
With a juice.
That's the cleanse.
That's it. Just have one juice a day.
Yeah.
Or at least 5 times a week. I would say 4 to 5 times a week. To
that's
make it a
the
little
cleanse.
bit easier on you, because that's a little bit more realistic for a person who's starting for like the very first time.
Yeah, and imagine if this is the first time you're juicing.
Yeah.
Incorporating these types of foods like chlorophyll, which is like it's antiseptic. It cleanses the body,
Yeah.
Imagine you're overloaded with toxins. Once you start drinking these juice, and if you just juice and you don't add any fiber, your body's going to recirculate many of the toxins that have been holding on, like in your fat, in your bloodstream, etc. They're going to go out, and then they're going to go back in. You're going to start having headaches. You're going to feel like anxiety.
Yeah, and a lot of you work. Most of the time when you actually want to do a detox, you want to be in a calm state, not that much stress. You're not exercising. You don't have to do that many things, burning a lot of calories. You just want to be in a nice, calm state where you can just like not have to force yourself.
But there's many people. There's a lot of people who are irresponsible on the internet, especially when it comes to juicing, that they want to tell you, oh, do this 7-day cleanse and then you're going to be fine. No. Yeah. That's why on my channel, I had a 52-week program.
Yeah, Ronald has a channel on YouTube.
It's in Spanish.
Yeah. If you speak Spanish, he's been doing it for how many years? Like over 10 years now?
Yeah, it's 10 years now.
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel in Spanish regarding health and wellness. Mm-hmm. And he teaches a lot about juicing. So he's gotten a lot of people to juice.
I guess.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been feeling healthier, Yeah, we've met a lot of people in person.
Yeah.
Maybe some of you who are actually watching this video. All right, so how often do you have to drink juices and how much?
Just try the best you can.
Yeah.
You don't want to stress. You don't want to stress out.
Yeah, I think we already answered that.
Yeah.
We just answered that.
Yeah, just try the best you can.
Yeah. All right. Can kids drink juice?
Yeah, of course. Of course, yeah.
How much should they drink though?
Just make sure you dilute it. Like do like 20%, 80% water. So 20% juice, 80% water. So if it's like an 8 ounce, maybe give them like 1 to 2 ounces and the rest water.
But how does the kid have to be? Does it matter?
Well, you don't want to give juices to infants because usually if we're talking about green juice, the chlorophyll will stimulate their bile so much that it'll just give them diarrhea. So it's not something that you should do at such an early age.
Changing diapers all the time. You know?
Yeah. So it's like after they start chewing, after they start eating, you can include just a little bit, small, tiny amounts. But it's not like you're going to give them like, here, drink this 8 ounce.
Yeah.
Like,
do a juice cleanse.
No, come on. You just slowly, just give them small little sips and like that.
This is the last question that I have.
Okay.
All right. And they're asking, what do you recommend for a liver and colon cleanse?
A liver?
And colon cleanse.
Well, for liver, just juices, right?
Yeah.
Lemon and water is great. Every time you have lemons or foods that are very acidic or astringent, your body tends to produce a little bit more mucus. And in that production of mucus, you're able to eliminate a little bit more toxins. That helps you purge your bile a little bit, so you avoid like a supersaturation of your bile, and that's the reason why a lot of people get gallstones.
How about beets?
Beets are great. Beets are great. Their sulfur content, the nitric oxide that you open up your blood vessels, your bloodstream. It helps. It helps with the blood flow, so that's good as well. Beets, I love beets. Beets for the liver, it's like my go-to. Beets, apple, and carrots.
ABC,
yeah. Beets, apple, and carrots, that's great. And if you have, what was the other one? Colon?
Oh yeah, for colon.
For colon?
Liver and colon cleanse, yes.
For colon, maybe you might want to use prunes. You can leave like maybe 8 to 10 prunes.
Oh, in water, right?
And yeah, you soak them in water, and then the next day you can either drink that water, and because it has sorbitol, and sorbitol it's a little bit. Yeah, you just drink the water.
You don't need the prunes.
Yeah, you can have like 1 or 2 prunes, and since they're hydrated, they'll pass through a lot easier. That's like one of the problems that people have with like colon. But if you want to do a colon cleanse, it's like, what's the purpose? Are you constipated?
Yeah.
Do you have inflammation? Usually, sometimes inflammation is caused by maybe the foods that we were eating. Maybe you're allergic to something. I don't know. There's too many reasons, Brian. Like my brain just is like going everywhere.
And another thing, this video
was supposed to be short, and it's like 20 something minutes long.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it almost 30?
Yeah.
All right, we gotta end this soon. And don't forget our liver detox.
Yeah.
We have a supplement company, and that's really good for your liver as well.
Yeah, because it has the plants and herbs that have been used in Eastern medicine and Western medicine. So it's a combination of like the best of the best, like for example, here in North America or in just the Americas, and then what they teach you in traditional Chinese medicine, and a little bit of South America as well. Because we have stonebreaker, chancapiedra, which is really great for breaking up your gallstones or your kidney stones. That's always important. You have dandelion, which is a little bit bitter, milk thistle seed. It's all organic. And then you have chisandra berry, which is like one of the things that are used as a tonic in traditional Chinese medicine or Taoist medicine as well. Not only for your liver, but also for beauty and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, if you guys are interested, I'll leave the link down below, myvidaorigins.com. And if you use discount code MyVida10, you'll save 10% if you guys want to check it out.
10%.
Yeah. So I think today's video was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's very different. A lot of information. I know it wasn't really on the funny side.
Yeah.
I usually tend to make my videos on the funny side. But when it comes to like these types of questions, I was struggling to make my content funny and just giving you guys information. So I can't always be funny.
You are a funny guy, though.
But I can't always be funny. So
yeah,
I was kind of stressing out over that. But
yeah, and maybe some of these questions or answers might be like very like,
yeah,
it's like I already knew that.
Yeah, but I mean, this is dedicated to beginners.
Yeah,
this is for beginners.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're watching this video and you have any questions at all regarding health and wellness, it'd be pretty cool if we can record another video, just like you and me.
I guess.
Or you and I. Yeah. I don't know if you guys liked this video and you enjoyed it. You guys let us know. Anyway, thank you, Ronald, for joining me.
Thank you for having me on your show, Brian.
I mean, we both live in the same house, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to share this video, like it, and subscribe.
God bless. And God bless.
But if you're watching on Instagram, please share this video. It'll help me out a lot. Peace out and God bless.